What is going on today, you guys? Today I have my friend and local drummer Gabe coming over, and we're going to drill some rivets into his ride cymbal. I'm going to take this opportunity to show you guys how I drill rivets in a ride cymbal, like I have in my Dream that a lot of you guys love, and my Carope as well. Drilling rivets into a cymbal makes a huge difference in the character of the cymbal, so I'm going to show you guys the before and after of the ride cymbal. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Doing some test drilling here, trying to find the right size drill bit. So now let's test on an 1/8 inch on this. Check that guy out with the rivet. Alright, so after a tiny little bit of further inspection, I think we might need to step up the drill bit just a little tiny bit from an 1/8 inch. I was checking out what was on my Dream, and it looks like it's just a tiny bit bigger. So I'm gonna see what else I've got in between the two that I've tried so far. All right, this one's definitely a little bit of a weird size. It's a 9/64, and that is in between the 1/8 inch and whatever the other one was, like the 5/32 that I used. So let's try this guy out and see how it does. This looks just about perfect to me. Got the smallest one here. This is the 9/64, so that's a little bit of a bigger one. So let's check this 9/64 out. I think that is gonna be dead perfect. Just has that little bit of movement side to side in there, which you want. You want it to be able to rattle around and make that rivety noise. And just so you guys know, the size between rivets varies a lot. Some of the bigger Bosphorus brass rivets that they have, which I used to have in my Istanbul, they have a much larger head. So maybe try to find a cymbal like this that you don't really care if you drill into too much. Use it as a test cymbal, figure out the exact right drill bit for your size, and then go drill into your nice cymbal, because you don't want to get that wrong, drilling into a $500 or $600 cymbal. Alright you guys, so here's what I'm talking about getting that drill bit size exactly correct, because I've messed that up in the past, and this is what it's like. So with these rivet holes here, I drilled these a long time ago with a hand drill, and it was actually for a different size of rivet. It was for the larger head brass rivets, and as you can see, these rivets have a lot of space moving around there. Like, these barely even fit in that hole, if you can see that correctly. Like, so anyways, these holes are a little bit too big on this Carope, but here on the Dream, I actually took the time and measured them correctly for these rivets that are in it right now. These are the correct size, and they have a little bit of movement side to side, but not anywhere near as much as that other cymbal. In this case, for these smaller brass rivets, I think these ones are made by Bosphorus. I used the 9/64 size drill bit. All right, you guys, so I'm also gonna demonstrate real quick that you can definitely use a hand drill for this process. You just have to be really careful in going straight down. And what I like to do is I put a towel under the cymbal to make sure it doesn't deform too much, especially if it's a really thin cymbal, because when you press down on it, the cymbal's gonna kind of go warp down and you don't want to crack it or anything. So let me show you the process of that real quick. Although we are gonna be using a drill press for Gabe's cymbal today, just because it's a little bit more accurate. It presses directly down for you. This drill press was from Harbor Freight. Of course, I'm not sponsored by them, and sometimes their stuff is pretty shitty, but this works great for drilling cymbals. Can't remember exactly how much it was. Maybe it was like 60 or 80 bucks. But with the amount of cymbals I drill, I really like this thing for the accuracy it provides. So let's get out the hand drill, and I'm gonna show you guys that process. All right, so for the hand drill, it is a very similar process to the drill press, except you're gonna wanna put a little towel under it to make sure that you're not deforming the cymbal when you're pressing down on it. And so make sure you're right on the point you wanna drill. Pressing straight down, you're gonna wanna put a bunch of weight here, start drilling. There you go. It's as simple as that. And if you get stuck on something, you just need to back it out like that. So you just want to make sure you're putting a lot of pressure straight down on it, because you don't want it to skip across the cymbal. And I unfortunately have done that before as well. But if you just have a hand drill, that works perfectly great as well. Thank you for being the test cymbal today. All right, you guys, we got Gabe in the house now.
What's up?
Here he is. So we got a few cymbals we're gonna drill for him. But we're trying to figure out exactly where these sit. So a lot of times you want to just twirl them around like that, figure out where the heaviest spot of the cymbal is. Sometimes it doesn't work right away though. But if you don't figure that out right, the heaviest ends up moving to the bottom, and then your rivets might be like here. And you don't want to be playing on the rivets.
Yeah, right.
So we'll figure it out. And I think we're going to drill 2 in each of these guys, right, Gabe?
Yep, that's right.
So we're going to start measuring out the holes here. We're going to do 2 in each of these guys. And basically you just want to make sure that they're the exact same length in from the edge of the cymbal, or else they will not look very pretty. So we just measured each of those little dots about 1.5 inches from the edge. And that's where those two are gonna go. Do the same thing with this guy now.
I'm just gonna go right from 12 o'clock on this one.
Cool. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's get this K custom.
All right, the first victim. There we go. Done. Not easy. Yeah, this thing makes short work of it, dude.
Yeah, that's an effective tool.
Yeah. So let's make sure we got. Yeah, those are just about perfect in there. Nice. Alright, so we got the rivet holes drilled. Now all that's left is to put the rivets in, split them in there. So all we need to do is get the screwdriver in there and split these guys up so they're not going to come out. The brass ones are pretty easy to do this way because they're soft metal. And you just want to make sure they're pretty split apart. So we're just splitting the rivet again with the screwdriver, and of course it's probably easier to do this on the ground, but trying to get the footage here.
That looks pretty good.
Sweet. Alright, let's do the next one, then we'll shear them again. That thing is looking pretty sweet with 2 rivets though.
Yeah, these like really just changed. I think like even, you know, if you have a lower quality cymbal, it'll change the character and like even the quality. It'll just make it sing more, you know?
Yeah, dude. Looks like we had a successful mission. Drilling Gabe some rivets. Yeah, thanks so much for coming, dude.
Thank you, Julian.
We can make a little video out of it too. That was fun. The riveted cymbals now, man. Alright you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this short little video on how to install rivets onto a ride cymbal. It's really not that hard to do, and it can massively change the character of a ride cymbal. I remember I really wasn't playing that Dream that I have very much before I drilled rivets into it, but once I did, it massively changed the character of it, and I was playing it all the time, and I still do to this day. So I highly recommend drilling some rivets into a cymbal, especially if you think it'll sound good. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today, and if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you go down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying my videos, and thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in the next one.